Hey guys, Hidden Azeroth here. Grab your explorer's hats and bring a can of snake repellent, because this week we're venturing into the original Sunken Temple. As many of you may already know, the Sunken Temple used to be a much larger dungeon. The original instance was a massive 4-story building boasting a veritable maze of passageways, ledges, and staircases. The dungeon also contained a large pool still visible from the grate beneath me. However, when Blizzard decided to simplify the dungeon in Cataclysm, they didn't remove these areas. They simply blocked them off by moving the dungeon's entrance portal up into the main hallway. This prevented players from going down into the lower levels of the dungeon, because any attempt to do so would teleport you back out of the instance. Luckily, there's a workaround. On an Outlaw Rogue, target the grappling hook to the far right at the other end of the hallway, click, and immediately close the game. Take a moment to appreciate your wallpaper, and then reopen WoW. If you free your grappling hook far enough to the right, you should be standing where I am now. Be careful not to go back towards the portal, because pretty much everything past this red line will teleport you back out of a dungeon. We're now heading down to what was originally the main chamber of the dungeon. Previously, players would have ascended this staircase to fight the final bosses of the dungeon, Jamal the Prophet and the Avatar of Hakkar. These bosses are still available after the Cataclysm revamp. As we reach the ground floor, if we turn right, we see where the original entrance to the dungeon was located. Because there was only ever supposed to be an instance portal here, there's no way to get up these stairs. As we head down to the lowest level, let's discuss some of the history of the Sunken Temple. The official name is the Temple of Atal'Hakkar, and it was built by the Atali trolls on the spot where they mistakenly believed that Hakkar would return to Azeroth. Ironically enough, their mistake still helped the Blood God, because when Ysera and the Green Dragonflight were attempting to prevent Hakkar from returning to Azeroth, they sank this temple instead of Zul'Gurub, assuming that this is where the Blood God would be summoned. Because of this, the Gurubashi trolls were able to continue to summon the Blood God undisturbed. Originally, players would need to clear this entire hallway so they could have access to all 6 platforms like the one I'm about to walk onto. From these platforms, they would need to light 6 beacons in the correct order, summoning the Idol of Hakkar in the center pool. Looking up from the center of the pool, we can see that we're standing directly below the grate we looked down through at the beginning of the video. From here, the only way out is another large staircase which takes us up to the original main room. The Atali began as a sect of extremist priests that broke away from the Gurubashi Empire and attempted to summon the blood god Hakkar during the Gurubashi Civil War. The priests were exiled north and built a temple to honor the impending return of Hakkar. In Zandalari, the name Atal'Hakkar means either devoted to Hakkar or in honor of Hakkar. Back at the original entrance, we can now head right once again and go up the stairs to explore the balconies above the top floor. Fun fact, the reason we fight green dragons in this dungeon is because several wardens of the Green Dragonflight remained behind after the temple was sunk in order to keep anyone from entering or leaving the temple. This also means they kinda suck at their jobs, because there are a bunch of Atali trolls like 20 feet away from them just kinda walking around. Half of the platforms overlooking the upper level are accessed from these split-level stairwell landings. The other half are accessed from the top floor. From here, we can look down at the main chamber and get a closer look at those weird goblin wizard things on the walls that really have no reason being here. Get confused about the direction, do a quick loop, and then continue up the stairs. On the top floor, we have the same decorations as the lower levels, including the very vanilla-looking two-dimensional vines. Heading down the interior staircases will take you to the second set of platforms. The architecture and layout of the Sunken Temple is a neat part of vanilla history, and it's cool to be able to explore the areas that have been abandoned for almost 10 years once again. So, whether you're an avid explorer, or you're I'm just kidding, there's no other reason you're going to be going to the Sunken Temple. Nobody goes here anymore. But, as far as explorations are concerned, the Sunken Temple is still well worth a visit. And as always, thanks for watching.